The following is a non-profit internet review series meant as a supplemental storyline to a community math playthrough. Both entities are protected under the fair use rules of international copyright law. Pokemon and all of the related franchises represented in Super Smash Bros. Are all owned by Nintendo, Sega, Konami, Capcom, and Namco Bandai Enterprises. Any specific headcanons represented are credited to the writer behind said interpretation, and the targeted material is owned by its respective producers. Please support the official release.
Last night, Russ Beeler, owner of Lake Edna KFC, opened Hammer's eyes to new popcorn chicken. Delicious, crispy, bite-sized morsels. A whole new way to enjoy the Colonel's chicken.
Come on, Hammer.
The problem was, no one could get him to go on. Until the last piece was gone.
Now that's pop.
New KFC popcorn chicken. Treat yourself for $1.99, the band just $5.99 in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
That's Hammer Man for you, selling out his brothers and sisters since the 1980s.
Chala, hey chala, no time to hesitate, don't wanna search the air. We're bullet by the magic surprise. Chala, hey chala, be cool or be afraid, you got the power to get you through the darkest
That's the best sounding elevator music I ever heard. Detective Comics has a proud history of iconic superheroes and memorable characters that allows for a multitude of various interpretations. If a campy caped crusader ain't the thing for you, there's bound to be a more emotionally driven Batman show right around the corner. If you feel like you're being bogged down by heaps with heavy continuity, you can just as easily move on to a much more lighthearted interpretation of the characters. If you don't like all the senseless DBZ-style destruction and penis envy explosions, you're currently out of luck. But the point is, even if the incarnation you're currently stuck with isn't specifically the one you want, it's certainly no less valid than the humble roots or the modern standard or any other interpretation of the very likes of the last son of Krypton, the Amazonian princess of Themyscira, and an emo hunk crying out for mommy and daddy. That doesn't give these guys the excuse on opening fire on the honest-to-Chrysler criticism of us, the fans. Ugh. Teen Titans Go. Yet another way Warner Brothers is fucking over their answer to Marvel, which may I add they acquired before Disney took the big plunge into cinematic diversity. The latest interpretation of Jump City is a cartoon comedy literally built to be stupid. And thus, with one of the most underhanded excuses I've ever heard in the 2 years I've been doing this show, we are now forced to struggle with one of the most disgusting reboots ever to be produced by a crew of corporately paid professionals with one-dimensional cardboard cutout mouthpieces, ridiculously rushed first drafts forced upon perfectly good voice actors who clearly deserved better, and pop culture references when they specifically said they wouldn't stoop that low. It's safe to say it's going to wind up being another regular customer, and the boss ain't going to say jack shit about it. That's right, we are introducing a blacklist. Stuff that either I, the boss, or hell, even the both of us won't be able to talk about because of reasons. Could be due to personal reasons, could be because we don't have the console, and hell, might be out of the fear of beating a dead horse where the killers will probably beat us back with Teen Titans Go and the Captain. Either way, if it lands square in the middle, don't expect any reviews of the particular show in question. And if the boss says no to reviewing something over how shitty it is, clearly this review ain't going to be fun. In case you're wondering, yeah, it's a thing you can't unsee. Okay, let's just get this over with before I get into even more hot water with the boss. Ladies and gentlemen of the mob, time to riot loose with a Fandom Arson of Teen Titans Go, episode 83, Hose Water. Belts up, gang, because if the boss ain't digging in, who will? So we open up our initial look at the hellhole Aaron Horvath has chosen to call Jump City, with Cyborg showing Beast Boy a baby chick.
Is it hiding behind the bird? It is the bird! Isn't nature amazing? It's just a bird, brah.
Sweet frickin' Helix, better get this out of the way first. We've touched upon this in our visit to the Dissected series with Kingdom Hearts, but it bears repeating here, so here's the facts. The characters of this show are all just the same one-dimensional mouthpiece of showrunner Adam Horvath. Sure, they'd still have their gimmicks intact to differentiate each persona. Normally, this specific brand of laziness would be par for the course for an initial version of a franchise. But as you can tell by the characters, this is not the first interpretation of the Titans, meaning this show has no excuse to be what it is. We then cut to Starfire showing Raven a painted eggshell, only to get the same deadpan reaction Beast Boy issued to Cyborg. Even under the influence of shitty writing, you still know how to keep it real, Ray.
Does its colorful exterior not bring you the feelings of joy? I hate colorful things.
Says the off-again, on-again pony analyst. That's literally true, look it up, she's fantastic. Sparkle, 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 fellow Pegasister. Cyborg and Starfire bump into each other and discover that the baby chick hatched from the painted shell. Thinking that eggs are prisons, they raid the fridge and break all the eggs they can. Characters take way too fucking long to react to certain events. Just wanted to get that out of the way.
God, people are fucking boring. People are just fucking boring.
Also, even if the birds were still in there, they were probably stillborn and thus have to be fridged like a certain character I know.
You care, we kill.
Robin, being the leader, scolds the two for wasting such a replenishable source of protein and puns.
What's with all the excitement?
And it's another pun point round. For those of you who aren't in the know, first of all, what's wrong with you? Second, this is a special type of minigame where you earn coins for the Plinko board. And in the lead is Nintendo. So tell me, how does it feel to have a voice actor?
Just peachy!
Pen, I bet you feel embarrassed for playing second fiddle to the only company that knows how to storytelling. How's that treating you? I feel like Dick Surgeon.
Let us break more of the objects!
With an eco-rap about...
Nothing happening. Get on with it!
No!
And despite Robin's warning on why people leave childlike wonder behind, they still go at it with tea parties and seat cushion forts, blowing huge bubbles like that other show I'd rather be watching, staring at bugs, playing in the hose water, but when the two break out the face paint, that's where Robin draws the line.
What are you doing?
Face paint? Really? I know things about face paint. It's dangerous. I was a tiger once.
Who cares about that noise? Tigers can't top what I was back in the day. Of the 38th Arson, that is. Robin discovers that Cyborg and Starfire are growing younger for some reason due to absorbing each other's childhood exuberance. Said de-aging isn't visibly seen because they just didn't care. That's another one of the major problems with Teen Titans Go. Aside from the cast and characters, who put their all into their performances as usual, the rest of the staff really didn't care about the original show, or just creating anything to begin with. They just shit out a first draft that can be made into an episode, and then cash it in for the obvious prize. Robin tries to isolate the two, but they promptly and playfully avoid Robin as the other two Titans walk in and Robin recaps the situation, burning away the time he has left to catch them until it's too late.
They've been unborn. You know what this means?
My less money for the voice actors! What are we supposed to do? Rava rava. No, we are not going home! We've got to save the show!
But how are we supposed to pay for the animators now that we're 2 Titans down?
One convention tour later. Good work, Titans! We made enough money to get our animators back!
Oh, snap! It's the pickle bird!
Oh, you mean the bird who takes the time out of every episode to comment on how the intro music is the best elevator music he's ever heard? No, it's actually that famous stork who's come here for a pickup.
Remember when you asked me where babies come from?
Oh, it's that bird!
The Titans try to fight back against the stork with their DC standard universe breaking powers, and they fail. One post-nap copy break later, the others give chase after the stork and end up in...
A place of hope, discovery, and dreams.
Primary Village. It is the perfect way corporate executives bring back the marketable characters over and over.
And over again.
It must be destroyed! Alright, now all they gotta do is push the enemy line into a corner so that they can make it to the Shrine of the Silver Monkey! And oh look, Beast Boy's fallen for one of the traps, meaning he's de-aging as we speak. Too late, kiddos! Please don't forget that at least one of you needs to be standing in order for Pan Pizza to win the game. Otherwise, it'll be Nintendo who will be scoring this night. And now we check in with the waifu. Aha! Hope you like your waifus over easy. Fuck you! And with that, you are down to your last Titan. Whoa! It looks like we've got a failure on our hands, which means Nintendo, you are winner! Yeah, shut up! We will be catching up with her on the Plinko board, but first, tell them what they've won, Deep Dish. They've done it all, Mr. Siskel. Not only have they pissed on the intelligence of the longtime fans of the original series, but they've also pissed on the intelligence of the children of the world in a time when public education is getting weaker and weaker thanks to corporate greed. But that's not all. They've also extended a middle finger to mothers, the people who actually give birth to us. So congratulations, you are now on the list of history's greatest monsters. I mean, just look at yourselves, man. Lying to American children about where babies come from on television? Christ, it's like you want to drag the entire planet to hell. Let's hope Satan casts Viacom into the void when we do. Make sure to favorite, comment, and subscribe if you're a conformist. Be sure to check out our arsonists on social media. And if you like what we do here, please mosey on to our Patreon. It's quick and easy, just make whatever monthly payment you can scrounge up for us and you might end up on the credits. And who knows, you might be able to request an arson or two for us. We'll be right back with Nintendo on the Prinko board. But for now, play us out, Captain Green. Tut-tut-tedium! I said tut-tut!
I'm at Comic-Con!
Flash.
The preceding episode was a valuable part of Fuck You, It's a Marathon.